What's going on? What's going on, peeps? It's your boy Sega Man back with the Outlaws of Xbox podcast, man. Hope everybody's doing well this fine weekend. I got my brother Other Zinc on deck, man, with me to start out the show. We should have Brother Unlimited coming in soon. Maybe I sent one out to him and the first lady of chat, Dea 4568. What's up, Zinc? How you doing this weekend, man?
Hey man, I can't complain. Chilling the most. Just like what's going on in gaming. I'm glad. We have few podcasters out here trying to spread a negative word, but the
Man, oh
chats
man, Zinc, it never stops, does it, my brother?
ever. But what the best thing is the sharp people are sniffing it out.
Yeah.
And it's of course there's some really sharp people that listen to us, and Supple Terrain G4. He's another sharp one, but a lot of people in these shows, they see it,
Yeah.
so that's enlightening for myself there, that people and us that they see through the bullshit.
Oh yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
I like that.
Now, Zinc, brother, before we get started, we're gonna try. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Rain, first one on deck. Our brothers will be coming in for our chat that's always on fire here soon. There goes Unlimited right now. Gonna get Unlimited, my brother, in here.
That shouldn't have happened. Now I got
Boom.
somebody else to
There goes
feed off
Unlimited
of.
right there.
The green dude. That's what I did. Vodka said. I said, Vodka, who is that green
That is,
dude?
Unlimited is the green nigga. All right, that's who he is. You know what I'm saying? That's
like I said before, man, Dr. Vodka introduced me to damn near 80% of the people I listen to. And I was like, hey man, that show was pretty good. Who was that green dude? He was like, that's unlimited.
yeah, that's my man Unlimited. You know, he took a great picture, Zinc, with his moms, man, at the wrestling match, bro. That was a fantastic picture. If you've seen that,
No, I didn't see
that
it,
he
man,
put
but I
out,
got a
man,
chance
with him
to
and his mom, it was nice, man.
yeah, I got a chance to jump in on that when you guys were talking about that the other day.
Yeah,
And my mother took her grandson when he was, I don't know, man, I don't know, he was younger,
yeah.
preteen, and he was so excited, and those things people never forget. I
Oh,
remember my mother went with us to a LL Cool J and Salt and Pepper concert, you
oh
know.
yeah,
Oh, cool.
man,
Yeah,
for real,
hey man, I can't make this up.
man. But I'm glad Unlimited and Other Zinc is here now today on the Outlaws of Podcast show. We're not gonna go back really about being on with my brother Unlimited on the Unlimited Truth show. I don't want to really rinse and repeat everything we talked about, but I wanted to talk about some hard things, and I want my brother Unlimited and Zinc to really chime in hard on some of this stuff that's actually going on here, guys, out here in these Xbox gaming streets. People coming in other podcasts saying the same stuff over again. I believe they said in Unlimited Truth. Sometimes they come into the Outlaws of Xbox podcast and say stuff, amongst other podcasts like GWG and these other podcasts that we do listen to. And we're going to talk a little bit about. I want to get my brother's big opinion about what they think about Gamescom. That might be one of the things we might talk about a little bit. But we're going to talk about some of the stuff that's really going on here. Zink got some things he got to say too about some of these dudes out here that are content creators. Just the stuff that they're still saying after all the great stuff, guys, that Xbox is doing right now for their fan base. We're very proud of what Phil and the crew is doing. Sarah Bond, all these people that are doing to bring great games and great content to our preferred console, which is the Xbox console. And in my opinion, it is the best box when it comes to gaming. What's up, Deploy 619? So let me start with you. Let me start with Unlimited, Zing. Let me start with Unlimited real quick on this one thing. Unlimited. Sometimes when you listen to your Xbox Eccentrics podcast, at the end of the show, sometimes Unlimited, they have tidbits or things that they talk about. And this one dude, or whoever it is, always comes in podcast and say, "What's up, Vodka?" Always says, "What does Xbox need to do better? What do they need to do better with their marketing?" Now I think I seen that in your chat. I think I seen it in my chat. They always say that every time something is going good, Unlimited. You know this with Xbox. It's always these trolls that come out and always try, and it's not even being mean or it's they're doing it connivingly, sneaky. Like they need to improve on their marketing, or what do they need to improve on their marketing? And me and you and Zinc, and a lot of other of our brothers out here have said it. They're doing enough right now, I believe, with what they're doing when it comes to certain marketings and stuff. I don't see no commercials with PlayStation right now marketing Spider-Man or Wolverine or any of these games like that. You'll see more of Xbox stuff, rather it be on YouTube, on a commercial that they brought out for a game that they're hyping up, like let's say Forza Motorsport or different things like that. But they keep saying, what does Xbox need to do to improve their marketing? So, Unlimited, what do you think about people that come out and say these things, bro, about Xbox, man?
The fake experts, basically.
Yeah.
You know, they don't know what they're talking about. And see, a lot of these dudes, man, they have a habit of just talking about things they have no clue, not even the slightest what they're talking about, right? Mm-hmm. We're back to the debate of the Xbox Series S holding back games. Somehow devs could port games to the Steam Deck, lower PC cards, and then the Nintendo Switch, but all of a sudden devs can't develop for the Series S, right? And so now the fake experts are coming out talking about they think they know shit about CPUs and bottlenecks and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So and it's the same thing with the marketing. They don't know what marketing is. They don't understand that when you turn your Xbox and you see pre-order Starfield now, that's marketing. Yeah. They don't understand that when Xbox releases the Starfield controller and it sells out immediately, that's marketing. They don't realize that when you turn on YouTube and before a video starts, you see a Starfield trailer that you could click skip now or just watch. That's marketing. What they think marketing is strictly, hey man, I was watching the news and I saw a Spider-Man commercial, or I was watching NBA and I saw a Spider-Man commercial. That's as far as their idea of marketing goes. Or if they see Sony blow their marketing budget by painting Spider-Man on trains in New York City, they think Xbox needs to blow their marketing,
right?
Fucking Starfield on spaceships or something,
right?
Excellent point, Unlimited.
And that's just not how it works, you know. So it's one of them things. And not only that, notice the people who starting it are the notorious, or either the Xbox dudes who want Xbox to be PlayStation 2.0, like that Kids Move dude Rock used to work with.
Yeah.
Or PlayStation guys who hate Starfield because it says only on Xbox instead of only on PlayStation.
Right.
So also pay attention to who's starting the narrative. Because when Aaron Greenberg and the rest of them said, hey, the Xbox showcase was viewed by like 92 million people in terms of combined views, which means that after it was live, remember, because the show was showcased, you could find the trailer on IGN, Bethesda, Xbox, GameStop, and a million other YouTube channels. Right. So when they say 92 million, they don't literally mean the fucking showcase on the Xbox channel itself. They mean through every, because they got the metrics of pretty much what their content does, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you're telling me that okay, so approximately 92 million people somehow in some way saw Starfield, and like what more can you market after that? The only thing that'll be bigger than that is if they market on the fucking Super Bowl, but that's one game a year, and that's in February for a game that's launching in September, so that wasn't going to happen,
right?
So my point is, man, the community does not know what marketing is. All right, they think marketing is how marketing was done in 1995 and not in 2023. Mm-hmm. You know, and as a result, you got these people who think, why is Xbox quiet about Starfield? They're not, because you guys literally talk about Starfield every fucking day. So it can't be that quiet, Sega man. If all they ever talk about, they don't talk about Baldur's Gate, they don't talk about Spider-Man, they talk about Starfield.
Yeah.
Right? Hell, even when they bring up games like Baldur's Gate or Spider-Man, they compare it to Starfield anyway. So that tells me that game is on everybody's mind right now.
And you're right, Unlimited. And what's sad about that as Unlimited, if they're supposed to be true PlayStation fans and like PlayStation, they should be hyping up their two little games that are coming out or different things like that. But yet they always have our games in their mouth. You know what I mean? If they're true players and true gamers, I mean, why don't you talk about games you're going to be hyped for that you might see in a couple years? But I mean, talk about PlayStation games. Why is it always, like you said, Unlimited? They're always talking about Starfield. They're not talking about Spider-Man that much. They're always talking about Starfield that is coming and is only on Xbox, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, I believe and agree with Unlimited 100% because these dudes seem to always talk about our games, Zinc, all the time. They talk about all our games, whether it be Starfield, Halo Infinite, Forza sometimes, or Gears or anything like that. They always got our games in their mouth. Hi-Fi Rush, High on Life, different games like that, trying to critique the games that we have on our system, but you never ever hear them talking really honestly. Let's just keep it a buck. You never hear them really talking about games that are coming out for the PlayStation, possibly being a PlayStation Slim, 5 Slim or whatever. You never hear them talk about nothing about that. It's always our games, right, Unlimited?
Yeah. Unless they're trying to compare it to Xbox in some way,
right?
They don't be giving a damn about their own games.
It's always Starfield.
Yeah, hating Xbox takes priority over everything.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, man. So, hey, Zinc, man, you there?
Absolutely.
Zinc, my brother, please, man, in your own words, man. I heard this on a podcast, bruh. Why do they do this, Zinc? Why is it always something when you have a great Xbox podcast you're watching? They're talking about the games they like. They're talking about games that are going to be a lot of games coming in August. Just different things they're talking about and they're hyped about. Games that are coming out for either Game Pass or something that's coming to Xbox. And you have somebody in the chat that says, well, don't you think that Xbox needs to improve on their marketing with their games and that they'll be in trouble or some kind of trouble if they don't do it? I mean, Zinc, I've seen this a few times. I believe one in Unlimited section one time on the Unlimited Truth. And I think one time a while back when I did our podcast on the Outlaws of Xbox. So, Unlimited, what do you think about these guys out here that they're still trying to damage control because they know deep down in their mind, Unlimited, they know that Xbox is winning right now, and in my opinion, they've been winning since 2013. But what do you think, Zink?
And you know what, Unlimited is right, and the thing is, we all have opinions, and I said this on the show last week. We all have opinions. We have kids, Sega Man. We know how to get them back healthy without going to a doctor, yet we're not doctors. Mm-hmm. But when you speak of a profession and you have an opinion, that's fine. But when you're demonstrative in your opinion, that's where I get offended. And people that know that profession get offended because like, hey, what? Now you know more than them. Where did you learn this from? Or who told you what you're talking about? Or what did you Google to find a sentence to figure out what you're talking about? Right. And most of the time when they're talking about marketing, they're not talking about marketing, they're talking about advertising. That's what they're talking about. Mm-hmm. It's not marketing. Marketing, I said before, you don't see it. Yeah, most of the time you never see it. I mean, marketing deals with evaluation, of strategic factors, things like that, man. You have to, it deals in different markets. You have to assess different situations of growth and maturity, decline of an industry, and the competitive nature of things, and then formulate your plan to position it in any given market. Like Jez Gordon, he's so super smart. What's up, Deploy? Dr. Vaca, gaming since the 80s.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
That pulled up in here.
What's up, guys?
Jez is so smart. When Sony doesn't have enough chips, they're all sold out or they can't get any more. When Microsoft doesn't have chips for their for the Series X, and it's not enough out there. And Phil Spencer told you we allocated those chipsets for Azure. They act like they didn't hear him just say that. Uh-huh. That's marketing that's positioning yourself for future competition within a given market that they don't understand. That's profitable in of itself and all on its own. Okay, that contributes to the Xbox division. And these things that these clowns don't understand this thing, but they formulate their own opinion. Then what you're talking about, Sega Man and Unlimited, when these people infiltrate these chats, just like Unlimited's favorite guy, Colin, he's making a world tour now. He's on several podcasts promoting his stupidity. Wow. Dude, I know elementary school kids that understand their math facts. Okay. Colin, if you think Game Pass is bad, you do not understand math facts, dude. Okay. And see, people want to compare. This is what I'm talking about when you do marketing. They want to compare Netflix to Game Pass. Okay.
Right.
One
Right.
of the reasons you can, but you can't once you delve into it further, you can't compare Netflix to Game Pass because Netflix started with a deficit. That deficit was created because they were using other people's property that they had to pay for. The Xbox division started with a surplus. They were using their own products. They already had a war chest. They said, hey, how do we reinvest this money here that's sitting here? Let's create this Game Pass like Netflix situation, like going back to our guy. What's the guy that took the hit for the Xbox division before Phil Spencer came in?
What's his name again? Unlimited.
Don Matrick.
Don Matrick. Thank
Don
you.
Matrick.
Don Matrick is actually I don't know if he's a genius, but he's super intelligent. He was smart before all of this.
Yeah.
And what he was trying to implement when we turn our Xbox on, his vision is right there in our face.
Mhm.
And the thing about it, when they were trying to get Phil Spencer to denounce what Don Matrick had done, it feels like we were all in a room in total agreement, and we were adding to what his focus was.
Right.
Okay. And he took the bullet for it. But now years later, and people like to say, well, the market wasn't ready for that. No, you weren't ready for his intelligence. Okay. The mistake Don made was making it mandatory and put the Kinect in the box. But the reason they got rid of the Kinect is just like I keep saying, you don't see marketing. They had a bigger vision for Kinect. They couldn't allow Ryan McCaffrey, Jez Gordon, and Paris Lilly and all these other fake Xbox fans to ruin the Kinect. So they took it off the market because instead of forcing it down our throats, even though it's still the best-selling peripheral in the history of gaming.
Yes, sir, it is.
They took it off the market because the Kinect 3.0 is, I think, $3,500, and it's used in hospitals to save lives.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But back to the topic. These guys are going around here and you hear them in all of these fake Xbox shows ask these stupid questions. What they try and derail a podcast like Grown Women Gaming or Sean's show, not necessarily Sean's show, because Sean cut your ass out of there, but Paris Lilly did sneak his ass on there, and I have a lot to say about that. But they try and derail these Xbox shows by asking these stupid, what does Microsoft need? Causing hysteria. And then you have an idiot like Kid Smooth who champions, and Unlimited, of course, knows a lot about this. And the reason I don't like Unlimited, he'll create a situation where, they're selling more PlayStations. Again, it's 2-to-1. The profit margin for PlayStation to make profit is minuscule. It's very, very small. They could sometimes they may not make a profit off of a console. They'll max out at maybe $13 or $15 a console, but it really hovers around $0 to about $7 or $8 per console. You make most of your money in software, but an accountant knows this because they see the actual numbers. And like I said, I stayed in accounting lab. I didn't want a mediocre grade, so I'm like, hey man, I got to make sure this shit is right. So you spend 3 hours on this homework for somebody like Unlimited to come in and is like, hey man, you missed this part right here and it fucked this whole thing up, But I'm glad I learned enough to stop going to those jerks over there. And then I just stopped taking accounting class. I'm like, I'm out of here. At least I don't have to see Unlimited's ass anymore. But, those are the things though, man. They just do it to derail a powerful show. When here's a funny thing. Everybody say how great this year in gaming was. Sony has one game to contribute to it as an exclusive, and that's Spider-Man DLC Part 2.
Yep. And Unlimited, and Zink, our brother, let me go back up to him real quick. Gaming since the 80s. He even said right here, because PlayStation has no games year, I was hyped for Spider-Man 2 until I saw gameplay. And it was nothing more than Spider-Man span 1.5 with PS3 graphics.
Yeah, and let me add to that, and let me shout out our brother Hebot because he did a fantastic video on his channel this week that broke it down. But
Okay. Yeah.
how is Spider-Man? Why are people complaining about the Spider-Man marketing? Let's throw some facts out there. Three or 4 years ago, all you got was a teaser: Spider-Man 2 coming, no date. Okay,
Right.
cool.
Mhm.
So this year, what we get? A trailer, 5 minutes of gameplay on a shitty showcase, and then another trailer at San Diego Comic Con a week or two ago that was a 3-minute CGI trailer. Where's the gameplay?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
Starfield at least gave us 45 minutes of that broke down so much that broke down the whole game. What's the breakdown of Spider-Man?
Yeah.
So how is it that Sony gets praised for putting fucking Bronx and Queens in a Spider-Man game when he's already been in New York and all of them, and yet Starfield, for some reason, everybody's questioning Bethesda as if they can't develop a fucking game because their game has over 1,000 players or something like that. And
Right.
so you make it make sense to me is all I'm saying. What Gaming since the 80s said was spot on. Because nobody has ever answered this question. What is Spider-Man 2 doing that's new? If you could answer me that, I will take back everything I said.
Yeah.
Please, Unlimited. I had the same question for 2 shows, and I keep forgetting to say it. What is here's what I have to say about that, Unlimited. Everyone is guaranteeing Spider-Man as a Game of the Year candidate. And I say, why? What did it do different? If they would have made the game campaign co-op, like it appears in the advertising on that box, then I'd say, okay, let's see what it's going to do. Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, so what? You fight Venom? I could name like 10 Spider-Man games from the past that had Venom in it. You have more than one Spider-Man. So did Spider-Man Edge of Time and Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, which you had 4 Spider-Man you could play as in those games. In Edge of Time and 2 in Edge of Time and 4 in Shattered Dimensions. So that's not new. Seriously, somebody name me something new. The villains, these are villains that've been in the comics since the 60s. So that's not new. So what new does Spider-Man again? The more Arkham ripoff combat where you stand on the top of the ledges and push Y to do a stealth takedown. Batman Arkham was doing that since 2009.
Mm-hmm.
So wake me up when Spider-Man 2 does something new that I should be excited for, and stop telling me that it's a guaranteed game of the year because Insomniac don't miss. Yeah, how does that Ratchet and Clank PC version looking?
Hey, Unlimited. Let me jump in here. How was that Resistance trilogy by Insomniac?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Where's that Resistance? Y'all keep saying that Sony could bring it back at any time to kill Halo and kill Call of Duty. Well, go ahead, Insomniac.
Yeah, where's it at?
Yeah, and then Colin drops this gem. He said that Xbox is third in. He said something that is the third in creativeness for the 3 console holders. And
yet, and I don't mean to cut you off.
No,
there.
You go ahead.
And yet, if we pulled up current new IPs between Nintendo, Sony, and Xbox, who would dominate? The last, I remember seeing a showcase where Fable's coming back after over a decade. Avowed's a new IP. Clockwork Revolution's a new IP. South of Midnight's a new IP. Hellblade 2 is a new IP that's getting a sequel. So the least creative, where? Yeah. Meanwhile, you're telling me the game of the year from Nintendo's fucking Zelda. That's the best they could do is another fucking Zelda where Link doesn't talk. He doesn't get with Zelda. He's still fighting fucking Ganondorf. For the love of God, somebody, when it comes to Nintendo and Sony, wake me up when it's something new. Stop selling me on the same shit that I was able to play when I was 6.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hey, Unlimited, I'm not going to let you get off Zelda that easy. And then Zelda drops to 17 and 18 frames per second at 720p. Yet
Wow.
Starfield is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. So
Wow,
stop,
God.
exactly, Zink. So stop telling me that these games that some Colin Moriarty's stop that shit. Don't sit there and tell me. And by the way, if what Wilkins said was true, and he was on who's his podcast?
He
He was
said
on.
that he was on Jez and
Okay, yeah. Then what? Jez and Ren, and this is why I don't like these fake Xbox dudes. They never ever say, "Okay, hold on, Colin. I'm going to pull up Microsoft's timeline. Timeline of games coming in the near future. We're gonna look through each game and we're gonna see which games is the same old for Gears, Forza, Halo, and which is new. That's all you got to do to debunk this shit. Is literally put an image on screen that I do on my own show, The Unlimited Truth. It put an image on screen that debunks that in 10 seconds. And yet they never shut these guys up with the easiest way to debunk it. And it drives me crazy. That's why I don't watch them. That's why I don't follow them, Zink, or none of that. Because it just drives me crazy when Colin Moriarty gets to go there, lie to the audience by saying, well, Xbox is in third place creatively. Meanwhile, they're sitting here and telling me Spider-Man and Zelda are the best games of the fucking year, and Starfield, the new IP's garbage. No, get out of here.
Correct.
right.
That doesn't work on me.
Right. And you talk about creatively. First of all, hey, Unlimited, you still put things up on when you're on Sega Man Show.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I like it when you put that shit up there. It gives a chance for people to see exactly what's going on.
Yeah, Unlimited wants to, he can.
Yeah, but and I brought this up before, and hey, Unlimited, when you said that about me the other day on your show, I actually almost dropped this board it was this small board, this restaurant sign that I just finished painting. You said, Elder Zink always finds a way to bring Halo into something. I almost dropped this board, dude. But anyway, hey, look, so let's go back to Halo. We talk about being creative. You could shoot that grapple hook at anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, damn near anything. But Horizon, they're so creative, they only allow you certain spots to use this short ass grapple hook. So what's creative about that, Colin? I could pick that game apart all damn day.
Yeah.
You could pick it apart. I actually had the displeasure of playing it. I hate that fucking game for a reason. And that's another thing. The gameplay on them Sony games are not the least bit. First of all, they're all the same shit, by the way. And shout out to this guy, Andy Pants TV. He did a hilarious video proving basically that every Sony game is a template game.
Dude, I gotta see that.
Yeah, the long cutscenes, So this is just some of the first party games. By the way, this is no creativity according to Colin Moriarty. Halo Infinite's not creative. Forza Motorsport's not creative. Fable, Starfield, Avowed, Redfall, Psychonauts, Hellblade, State of Decay 3, Everwild. None of this shit is creative according to Colin Moriarty, guys. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, hey, let's stick with what you just said, because I have something that because Dr. Vaca actually called the realest one in alive. So I'll bring that up in a second. But let's stick with what Unlimited just said, and let's go back to Halo. Halo is not creative. Okay, hey, Colin. Actually, I knew about Halo in like 97 or 98. And Joseph Staten said, we really didn't have a story until Microsoft acquired us. That was in what, 98, 99? Mm-hmm. And then they had to make that game in 9 months to put it on the Xbox and created a story. You could see the evolution of Halo over a 23-year period, Colin. That is creative. Okay, so I don't know what he's talking about. Let's get back to Dr. Vaca catching the realest one in a lie. Where's the realist said? The realist said Spider-Man won't even be nominated. He said that at 10:58 a.m. Dr. Vaca called him in a lie immediately at 10:59 a.m. and said, hey, realist, you give Jeff Keighley too much credit. Of course. hey, nowhere in the world Jeff Keighley is not going to nominate Spider-Man for Game of the Year. No way. Ain't no way that's happening.
Yo, Jeff Keighley put remember when Kojima put him in that one boring game, the delivery package game?
What's that
called? He had that as a Game of the Year over Gears 5, which didn't appear anywhere.
Is it that walking simulator?
Yeah, man. What is the name of that game?
Is it
I
Death
think
Stranding?
it's UPS Simulator 2019 or
It ain't
something.
Death
Yeah.
Stranding, is it?
Death
Death
Stranding.
That's
Okay.
And that game got nominated for Game of the Year. Then the game didn't sell well, and Kojima called the American audience stupid.
That's
He li-
right.
he
Yeah, you
li-
remember that?
I
Yeah.
forgot
Called us
about
stupid.
that, man. Oh, I forgot about that. That's right. He sure did.
You know, I wasn't gonna forget that. No, you lucky. He bot ain't on here. It'll get him worse.
Yeah.
That was terrible. Death Stranding, right? The realist.
Hey, man, and then Sony went ahead and resold it on PS5
Mhm,
at full price.
mhm.
And that's what I'm told are the great bangers Sony has the PS4 lineup. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Colin Moriarty. Go ahead
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
praise Sony for reselling you The Last of Us for the third time, 3 generations in a row in 10 years, man. I'll stick to what Xbox giving us all day one on Game Pass.
Yep. And Zinc and Unlimited, what do you think it is about this dude? Let's break him down a little bit. Let's dissect Colin Moriarty. What is it about this dude? Is he supposed to be an Xbox dude?
Oh
Or is
hell no.
I mean,
He
what
is he is a loud and proud Sony pony. If he was in the gay community, he'd be that dude in the dress walking down the street, kicking his legs up, man, like a fucking one of them rocket dancers, man. That's how much of a pony he is. He is loud and proud. You know, during June, instead of putting the gay flags up, he put the Sony flag on his channel. He loves Sony. So don't get it twisted. He's not even remotely close to an Xbox fan in any stretch of the imagination.
Man.
Correct. And let me go ahead and take Hebot's place. And Hebot would say, we knew Greg Miller and Colin Moriarty were Sony fanatics when they both worked at IGN.
Mhm.
It was no for those of us that read between the lines and actually listen to what people are saying. We knew they were Sony fanatics way back then. And then what do? They prove it to us. They both have their own shows. First, they started their own show. Then Colin said something about women. He got kicked out. He made his own show, and both of them have 2 new Sony shows to go along with the original Sony show at IGN. Of course, they were always 100% ponies. And then he's going to try and he's doing this presidential tour like he's running for office, going around telling everybody on their any given podcast how poor, how bad Game Pass is for everybody, which is ridiculous. Then he says he doesn't like consolidation, which is the same thing Paris Lilly is parading around the various podcasts across the world saying, oh, well, I don't like consolidation. It's bad for hey, companies always consolidate. Paris, understand this. Sometimes if a company doesn't consolidate, they'll disappear. Okay. They begin to liquidate their assets like what's Sega Man's favorite company, Unlimited? Square Enix. Square Enix was selling off everything to become slimmer so somebody could buy their underperforming ass.
And that's the thing, Zink. What was it about? You know, is Paris Lilly, is he really a Sony dude?
He's a mega pony. He's not a mega pony. He is what Flip Money perfectly. I got to call Daniel Webster and his offspring to put Ponybot in the dictionary, because Paris Lilly is the essence of a Ponybot. And like I said, people, I don't dislike people for no reason. This happened a long time ago when Halo 4 first came out on Danny Pena's show. I always forget the name of that show, but I used to listen to them religiously. So it was this guy on the show named Plawson. So Plawson played Halo 4 before Paris did. He dogged out. He's a pony too. Plawson dogged out Halo 4. So Paris said, I'm not even going to play it. And then you're going to give your opinion on Halo and you're not going to play it? And, man, I was riding, dude. And it was the conversation was back and forth so hard. Danny came in the comment section and said, Other Zinc, if you're not going to respect my panel, then you could just leave the show. I said, read my comments and tell me where I was disrespectful to Paris. I just disagree with Paris. If you don't like disagreement, then fine. And I never listened to that show ever again. But Paris never changed his ways. you know. But here's what Microsoft is doing that Dia's favorite, the Dia's number one fan and I talk about. Microsoft has the keep your enemies close, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Microsoft isn't stupid. They know Paris is a loudmouth.
Mm-hmm.
So they hired him to do the flight simulator thing and even host the Xbox show. And when he does that, I don't even watch.
Yeah.
I know enough about Microsoft anyway. I follow everything that they do, especially on the Xbox side. So I know what they're doing anyway. But I'm not gonna sit up there and listen to him. But
Well,
they keep their enemies closer, and they work the Chick-fil-A or the McDonald's methodology, and they're nice to everyone because they could easily blow the CMA out of the water,
oh
but
yeah.
they elected not to because they have future plans to steamroll everyone else. It doesn't end here. That's why Satya Nadella said, "Hey, Phil, what's next?" You know.
And also other Zinc and Brother Unlimited. For some reason, bro. I mean, some people they like. We know how they are, but another one that is also out here that's really bad at it too. That's also toxic is Jez Gordon. That dude is like, man. I mean,
Hey man, let me say that real
I
so
can't
before you
even.
start. Let me.
My
I
ass
got
was
this.
mute.
This one dude. Y'all could go after I say this. This one dude, Ozzy. I was damn. I'm Ray. I was on Ray show.
Mhm.
And this dude, I was going in on Jazz and why I didn't like him. And it's just things that he says. I don't have to call him out of his name. It's what you're saying, Jazz, that I don't like. Okay. And Ozzy said it best. Jez Gordon never has anything nice to say about Xbox.
Yeah.
Ever. Never. But you're an Xbox podcaster.
Yeah.
Never have nothing nice to say.
Works for Windows, right?
No, he doesn't. That's what they call their show. They don't work for Windows.
I thought
A
he
big
did.
window. No, it's just like, we don't work for Xbox, but we're an Xbox show.
Yeah.
Predominantly here. But go on here with your question, Sega Man.
But what I was trying to say, and I want Unlimited to chime in on it too. This dude, but back in the day, you guys remember this, back in the day, in the early days of 2014 and around them times, I used to watch those shows. I used to watch Randolph Thor. I used to watch some of those other shows because back then I didn't catch wind to these guys and got smarter with these guys until later. And after I started listening to them for a while, I'm like, are these guys Xbox dudes or not? You know what I mean? Then I stopped listening to them because more and more that I listened to them, it seemed like there was more and more negativity coming out about Xbox, but yet
Correct.
they were praising, can I get a source code? Can I get an Xbox? Different things like that. So, I mean, what do you think, Unlimited? Because after listening to these guys for a while, I'm like, these dudes are definitely not Xbox material, and they're not for Xbox, Unlimited. What do you think?
Yeah, some of them are just flat out grifters, who placate to their audience,
Yeah,
who don't really have an original thought in their brain, and who think for some reason that no matter how much or how hard they hate on Microsoft and Xbox, that somehow they still think they're entitled to Xbox giving them everything for free.
Right.
It don't work like that. They got a business to run at the end of the day. Let's not forget that. Microsoft cares about their audience and all that. Don't get me wrong, but they still got to run a business, and they still got to put it out there to people who, I don't know, will actually put a good word out for their product. And you know what doesn't put a good word out for your product? Keep giving free stuff to the guys that make endless videos about, man, Starfield sucks, Gear sucks, Redfall sucks, Hi-Fi Rush sucks. And I know these guys pay attention because Xbox clearly has the biggest how can I put this? The biggest investment, I guess, in the social media. At least they got their ear on the social media aspect of gaming because they are very. I mean, Phil was saying years ago, I'm not ignorant to the memes that Xbox has no games, and that was back in like 2015. He was saying this, so they're well aware of what these guys are saying. So it's always been crazy to me, Sega man, that they could in 1 minute say that stuff. And the next still sit there thinking that Xbox should fly them out to play Starfield earlier, give them review codes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That part is just ridiculous to me, man. And some of them, like Paris, Lily, and all them, they play the neutral card hard, and they play it so hard, and it kind of drives me crazy because Paris Lee will go on the New Legal show. New Legal asked him, what Xbox game are you looking forward to most in 2023? And his answer is Spider-Man 2.
What?
you.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm gonna tell you, the realist, he saved my life that day because I was on edge. I'm listening to this man, and I just couldn't. My head was spinning around. I'm like, somebody better kill this dude. And the realist woke up. I don't know who called him. Maybe it was Wilkin. Maybe it was Rain G4. Maybe it was Six Slayer. But somebody said, "Hey, the realist, please stop this madness and let this dude have it."
Yeah.
Because dude, I was losing my mind at that point.
Yeah. So pretty much, Sega, man, that's what we're dealing with. You know, a lot of them at this point, man, they're just grifters. They're just following what's popular. Listen, I guarantee that all of them that are playing or praising Baldur's Gate 3 did not play Baldur's Gate 1 or 2, does not know that the remasters are on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, do not know that they're classic CRPGs for PC from back in the day. They don't know any of that stuff. They just know that the game got a higher Metacritic score. Now they're going to jump on that bandwagon until Starfield comes out. You know, that's all that's going to happen.
Let's stick with what you brought up a good one. So let's go back to Baldur's Gate, and this top-down Atari 2600 game is too powerful to put on the Xbox Series S.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. And, you know, it's kind of the Xbox Series S situation is so weird. You know, the Remedy also came out and talked about there was, I guess there's, I actually did not read what Remedy said, so I might be completely off with what I
actually it wasn't a developer, it was somebody that worked at Remedy. I think it was the guy outside that does the yard work that said something about Remedy, it being harder to develop for on the Series S. And if you develop the game for next gen consoles, it's easy. Even if you develop the game normally and not bullshit, you can do it. I mean, everything else runs fine. Gears 5 has 3-player split screen campaign co-op. So what are you talking about? And Gears is a far more powerful game than Baldur's Gate.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, you know, and everybody see that and they run with it. And as always, Zink and Sega, man, the moment that game hits Xbox, they're going to go back to not caring. I guarantee some of them are going to flat out say, "Oh, I don't play turn-based trash like that." I guarantee they're going to say that because they don't know. I guarantee they don't even know that it's turn-based game. That's how ignorant they are to it. They just know that it's coming to PlayStation first before the Xbox, and they pretend that it's exclusive. Because that's all they do. They live in make-believe land and just pretend everything. They pretend Sony's on top. They pretend Sony has more games than Xbox. They pretend that losing Call of Duty won't affect PlayStation. You know, they just ignore reality at every conceivable way. As long as they can stay in that fantasy land where PlayStation's on top. Okay, yeah. Say that you ship 40 million consoles, Sony, but you that still does not affect that you went to Brazil and you said that we can't survive without Call of Duty. So sell as much as you want. I read everything you said this year, and no amount of sales is going to take back the fact that you were terrified of losing your biggest moneymaker, and you still lost it anyway.
Yeah.
And don't forget the Pitcairn Islands, because he went there too. Yeah. And they, like I always say, they love to thought Brazil was a third world country. They said it best. And then the judge in San Francisco was right along with them. Is like, hey, your FTC, your job is not to protect Sony. It's to protect the consumer. Boom. Yes. Case closed. She could have closed this case before it started. She just like, we'll let this play out. We'll let you waste your time. So, you know, we could get it all out in the open, and then I'll shut you down. Then you come back and appeal, and I'm gonna shut you down again. Okay. But that article, the courts in Brazil, their get back was amazing. Excellent read. Hey man, we always go through the chat. I didn't want Rain G4 and Will. I just saw Wilkins said, Jez acted like we didn't want a new Gears. That's because Jez is not a Gears fan.
Yeah, he's
Dude,
not.
I listened to this dude talk about Gears, and I'm like, that's not true.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of these guys, they just scratch the surface of the game. When
Mhm.
Xbox exclusives have many, many layers to it. So you just don't understand Gears after 50 hours, especially playing Horde mode, because you don't know everyone's attributes and how they affect the game.
Mhm.
Okay. One person can freeze an enemy, cold train to burn your ass up. You know, it's a whole, the Kate will disappear on your ass and she is completely illegal. Okay. So there are many facets to the game. There are many facets to Sea of Thieves. There are many facets to Halo. There are many facets to Forza Horizon 5. Okay. But people don't want to acknowledge this when there's only one way to play Unlimited's favorite game, Horizon Forbidden Entertainment. You know, it's only one way to play Uncharted. You know,
Uh-huh.
after Uncharted, hey, Colin, you talk about being inventive. Gears and Uncharted came out the same month.
Mhm.
Gears has gone to be campaign co-op, have a multiplayer, a horde mode, and what's that
Escape.
other mode? Escape mode that I never play, but I have a lot of friends that play it all the time. And Uncharted is the same freaking game. Well, I'll take that back. No, y'all not gonna catch me in a lie. It used to be the same game because once upon a time it had a multiplayer. Now it don't. Now it
Oh
doesn't.
shit.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but and then Rain G4 at 1112 said underneath him, he said, and this is what we were talking about earlier. Jeff gives underhanded compliments when it comes to Xbox.
Yeah.
You don't, it's the Xbox doesn't mean you when you own the Xbox, it doesn't mean you can bullshit about Xbox all the time. And
Mhm.
that's what they do. They'll say, "Oh, I have this, I have that." Like this one dude, Luke Lord. "Oh, I have all of the Halo this and all of the Halo that." And you listen to him, he don't know shit about Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Vaca knows a lot about Halo. It's too many layers to Halo.
Yeah.
Like I said before,
100 knows a lot about Halo.
100 knows. A lot of us know a lot about
Right.
Halo. Dude, and I don't even play Halo because I ain't shit in the multiplayer, but I could hang with Vaca 100 Flip Money when I play with those guys.
Right.
But I'm waiting on the firefight mode. But I
Mm-hmm.
get so wrapped up in Halo, I'll start watching a Halo movie or I'll watch all of the cutscenes to Halo Wars or Halo Wars 2 with
Mhm.
Atriox,
Yeah.
But go ahead, Unlimited.
Oh no, no, no. I was just listening to you.
Yeah, so you doing that, and then for everybody that like to read books, like Dr. Vaca's favorite Rand, he's a book reader. There are 40 plus Halo novels with 3 encyclopedia, but everybody loves a great story, right? But, okay, yeah, whatever, man.
Yeah. And here's the thing with Jez, man. First of all, he said his favorite console was the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
And for some reason, he blocks people that points out that objective fact that you could literally prove,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
he ain't even an Xbox fan to begin with,
Nope.
So
All you have to do is hear him Unlimited, and then he'll say also his favorite game is World of Warcraft. Okay, that's cool.
yeah.
They never say like the Luke Lord dude. They see him and his partner. They said because y'all know me, man. I'll listen to anything.
Mhm.
And he and his partner named their favorite games. None of them was an Xbox game, but you have an Xbox show. And my favorite game all time is Halo. Second, it flip flops between Gears and Mass Effect.
Uh-huh.
Then Forza, and my fifth is Ninja Gaiden.
No, there you
Those are my
go.
top 5 games all time. You know.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah, 19, gaming since 1980. That's my favorite too, bro. I'm with you on that. Gears is my favorite exclusive of all time.
Yeah.
Gears is a good game, and you're right, Unlimited about Jez. And what about Rand? It was Rand a PlayStation dude, man.
Okay, now with Rand, I used to watch Rand a bit.
I did too.
I don't
I did
subscribe to
too.
him or watch him anymore, but I used to
Me either.
watch him. And what happened with Rand is that somebody gave him a PS4 for free,
Yeah.
and he ended up playing
I'll never forget that day.
Yeah, and he ended up playing all of the PlayStation games on easy to beat them real quick. Get the quick achievements on this. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with playing on easy. I'm just pointing this out because that was his way of getting through them games as fast as possible. And since then, he been as Flip would say a pony bot as well, where he wants Xbox to be PlayStation 2.0. He wants the boring ass QTEs. He wants the narrow games that force you to play one way. He wants the boring, depressing stories. He wants the long. He wants pretty much everything I hate in games, to be the Xbox standard. And so that's what happened with him, and I probably am missing something because I haven't watched him in so long. I'm forgetting stuff here.
Well, let me
like
remind
E-Rock
you of
said,
something he said. Oh no, I don't want you to lose your point. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. And like E-Rock said, man, I don't care if you got a million gamer score.
Right.
The way he turned on Xbox as well was bullshit. And now you find him making the same narrative points. He's one of them people that's got down. That he's going to jump ship to PlayStation when Xbox doesn't do XYZ. He gets mad when a game doesn't review. Just the same old shit that gets on my nerves, man. Where if Xbox doesn't get the exact same praise, which they're never going to get the way Sony does, by the way. So if you want that from Xbox, you might as well just stick with PlayStation. Because they're never gonna get that love from the media, but that's what he wants, and he legitimately gets upset when that shit don't happen.
Mm-hmm. And like what you've missed, Unlimited, like his favorite game of last gen was Ori. Okay, I say absolutely. Look, if that was the best game for me, and I would have skipped last gen damn near. Yeah. Okay, you have a lot of games to choose from.
Yeah, Ori was a great game, but it didn't make my top 15.
But that's his greatest game of the Xbox generation last gen. I'm like, okay.
Well, look, man, mine was Sunset Overdrive, and that game was fun. Yeah. It was creative. You could use weapons. You could play any way you wanted. You had a bunch of weapons. It was the graphics were nice and colorful. And if you're an Insomniac fan who loves Spider-Man, you should be thinking Xbox because they funded that engine, by the way.
And that game kind of reminds you of Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah, it does. With the way that's another thing I loved about the traversal and all that stuff. Very fun game. Loved it in a game that got me back into gaming, right? And the thing is, I could love Sunset Overdrive and still not like Spider. Well, I thought Spider was decent, but still not like Spider-Man like that because, well, one is fun and the other one is so fucking boring and depressing. It kills Aunt May. Like Sunset Overdrive didn't have the boring Mary Jane quote unquote stealth sessions. And I used to use the term stealth as loosely as possible. I can't really call it stealth. It's kind of like hide and go seek or peekaboo, where if the enemy finds you, game over type bullshit. It's not like a real stealth like Splinter Cell was. That's real stealth game.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm glad I'm on a show like this because I didn't like Sunset Overdrive. Ramo loved the game. I didn't like it. Ori, I tried Ori to my best of my ability. Didn't like it. But if somebody say that's their game, okay. But Sega Man is gonna say Gears 4 or Gears 5. Yes. I may say Gears 4 or Gears 5. I'll say Halo 4. And only reason I say Halo 4 is because for years, we always wanted to know, we wanted to see the other, like E-Rock says, he wanted to see something different. Well, I wanted to see the other things in Halo that made up the universe. I wanted to know more about the Forerunners. And they brought us the Didact in Halo 4. Okay, and the Librarian. They brought us key elements to the universe of the game. So that's why that will be. But still, my favorite game, which is a game I didn't like at all, was Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah,
and that's only because, dude, it's like Starfield. Yeah. Everyone told a different story about this damn game. And I said this before. In Starfield, I see the same thing. Unlimited forced me to buy a damn controller. Dude, hey man, the controller is not even downstairs where my game is. Okay, it's upstairs on the end table, sitting in the box. And from time to time, hey, dude, don't laugh at me. Sometimes I'll open up the box and just walk by and look at it and keep going on about my day.
I haven't used mine either yet, man. I'm going to use it when Starfield comes out. But you know what? How you feel about GTA 5? How I felt about Red Dead Redemption 2? Gorgeous game, but it kind of had the stuff that I don't really like. The long cutscenes, the fucking extremely slow walking. When the game lost me is when you had to brush your horse and clean your gun. I'm like, okay, man, this is too immersive even for me. That's some bullshit, man. Don't make me clean the gun. like because you're gun with jams, you don't clean. I'm like, nah, man, that's too immersive, man. It's a video game. My philosophy with games is be a video game first and do all that other shit later, man.
See, that's where Vaca is mad at you at, because Vaca is gonna spend the whole first month on Starfield creating a ship. He may just create one ship, but it's gonna be all damn day.
Yeah,
You know, and he
meanwhile,
just
I'll be hijacking ships. I'm gonna be a
correct.
fucking space pirate.
Right. Hey, I don't want to leave this asshole out. Rain G4, man. Rain G4 is the reason I don't read comments anymore as I drive down the street. His ass said at 11:26 a.m. he said Kid Smooth's new name is Kid Removed. Dude. And see, you Unlimited was going off on was talking about Rand, and that is the reason Flip Money created the name Ponybot.
Yeah,
That's where the name came from. He had said something crazy in his show, and I think we were on the Xbox, or I forget where we were, but it was either Vaca, myself, or Rain, or somebody said what Rand had said, and then Flip said, "See, he's a pony bot," and he went on about what a pony bot is, but that's where the term came from.
Oh yeah, that was so clever. That was so
It
clever.
was.
You know, it was even cool back in the day, brothers. Like our brother Unlimited was talking about when Sunset Overdrive first came out. Even though it was by Insomniac Games, it was something new and innovative. It was a new innovative game that actually came out on Xbox. So Xbox has always been very innovative, man.
Guess who hated it?
Who?
The same people who love Spider-Man.
Correct.
The same ones hated that game.
Yeah. But yet, and then they go to petition. Remember, back then they petitioned for the game to be on PlayStation.
Oh yeah, they petition for everything.
They sure did
on PlayStation. I listen, when the court said Sony want to ground it, I was like, oh my goodness, this company make me sick. They don't want Xbox to have nothing. Grounded. Now, Grounded is actually a great survival game. I'm saying this as someone who's not the biggest fan of the survival genre. Grounded is so damn, like, if you ever seen that movie Honey I Shrunk the Kids, it's like playing that in a video game, right? And so it's so bizarrely creative that it kind of comes out of nowhere. That's why it's one of those games that I bought. Even though I played it on Game Pass first, excuse me, I bought it to own it when it went on sale. Yeah, because I really do. I genuinely like Grounded a lot. But the fact that Sony wanted Grounded as well. Now, I can understand the Starfields and stuff, but Grounded, they don't want Xbox to have nothing. And as a result, I want Xbox to take everything from them. Just because.
Hey, Unlimited, I'm glad you said that. To get off the subject just for a second, you said Sony wanted Grounded. I can't forget that scathing email Jim Ryan sent Phil Spencer of the demands that he wanted.
Yeah, I
could not believe that. That is impressive that you could think that you're so bold, and I think that was the prelude to a lot of these developers getting punked by Sony. And that's why a lot of things became exclusive. But now that Phil Spencer stood up to that stupid ass email and made it public and said, no, in fact, you're going to get worse than what I initially offered you, that emboldened a lot of developers. And you're going to see a big ass change in all of this exclusive shit. And back on topic here. Well, go ahead, Unlimited, see what you say about that.
Unlimited, Zink, real quick. Why would Sony want Grounded? When it goes over there, they're not going to play it because it was on Xbox first. So why would they want it? They're not going to play it.
I have no clue.
They're not going to play it. Maybe a couple were Unlimited, but you know that every time they want something over that was on Xbox and let's say they do get something like that, they don't play it. They don't support it because it was on Xbox first.
Yeah. How's High on Life doing on PlayStation right now?
Yeah, I would like to know. I really would.
And the thing is, people will play it. It's just those loud people that are on the internet, they won't play it and they'll talk it down. But other people actually like Grounded. You know, I like Grounded. I'm like, damn, this is a crazy ass game. You know, I didn't play a lot of it, but I played enough of it to realize why people like this game. I totally understand it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when you got to the spiders in Grounded, that's when it really sold me. I was like, oh shit, this
Yeah.
game ain't playing.
Them spiders fuck you up, man.
Do they, Sega man? It's like shit. Spider-Man doesn't have spiders this fucking tough, man. It's like shit.
Yeah, especially if you see them at night. You ever see them
Yeah,
at night?
yeah. Because if you don't get your own light source, it's dark as hell in that game at night too.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Grounded.
Yeah,
And that's oh yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that's the beauty of Xbox. You get so many creative genres.
Yeah.
You get Age of Empires is a hit on Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sick. I can't play. I haven't had time to play that game. I like that game, dude.
Yeah.
And you also liked Redfall. You actually started.
I was just about to say something about Redfall because I was playing it again, and but let's stick with creative because I was going to say something about Redfall, and because you said light source, I ran out from fighting the Hollow Man and forgot these vampires were after me when I hurried up and jumped into that door to fight the Hollow Man again for the second time.
Yeah,
I came out and all of these vampires after me, so I ran in this house, pitch dark, couldn't see shit. I mean, my room was dark. It was late last night. The room was dark. The TV was dark. Couldn't see a damn thing till I turned the light on. Vampire right in my face, and I died. Okay, so to be creative, let's go back to Colin. What's that game everybody can't wait for? Senua Saga game. What's that lady's? What's the name of that game?
Hellblade.
Hellblade. Okay.
That's right.
What I thought was genius is Xbox allowed the first Hellblade game to come on Game Pass. And a lot of people played that game. Now talk about creativity. Wait till you see the second game.
Oh man.
Okay. It's going to be a drastic turn of events. See, Colin, these are the things that Sony is not creative about. I don't know anything where they've elevated the creation on, just like the 16th or 17th iteration of Ratchet and Clank. It's still linear. It's still the same damn game. You know, I don't see what the difference is. But if you played Halo 1,
well, you see the difference is you could only jump through each world through the SSD. Remember that lie?
That's right. The SSD is the thing, you know. And that was the creation of everything, man. That SSD is doing.
Hey, real quick, sorry to cut you off,
but
I caught D playing a lie. He said 100 million for Ninja Theory. No, my friend, it was 117 million.
Hey, you know what?
Deploy, my brother.
hey, check it out. That's free money right there. Why didn't Sony spend that 100 million?
Yeah.
Huh? Since they're the leading they lead the industry, they're the market leader. Yeah. Why didn't they buy it?
Yeah, I mean, matter of fact, when Hellblade first came on PS4, that was one of their list games that they used against us until it came to Xbox. Then it became a walking simulator trash.
They did use it against us, Unlimited. You're right, man. You're right. And hey, Zink and Unlimited, do you think Bungie can save Sony, man?
See, I don't like that. Why is Unlimited laughing? I don't see what's so funny. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because Colin said that. Well, they didn't get rid of what's that game? Factions because of a quality issue. They got rid of it because of a stick-to-itiveness. It's not a sticky game, meaning people won't play it over and over and over again.
He pulled out the thesaurus for that one, huh? That's a good one, Colin. That's a good one, man.
Hey, so
I pictured in my head, man. He was looking through the thesaurus for the perfect word for that one, man. He's like, no. Saying it was cool because of quality is not a good reason. Thesaurus, come on.
Dude, it was so funny. And I'm like, okay. And he said, and just think about it. They spent years making this game. I know it's over 200 million. Where's Jason Schreier at? Because it seems like they're in development hell. When is somebody going to say that?
And here's another question, Zink. If he's confident over 200 million, how are they going to make that money back?
Hey, that's a great point.
Listen, they're going to sell a multiplayer only mode to a fan base that made it clear they only like single player games. How are they going to make their money back?
Hey, Sega
That's a
man,
fact.
let me continue with Unlimited. Colin further went on to say, whatever happened to just playing a game and let's be done with it? And the game can be over in 3 months and that's it. No, Colin, you're not understanding how the business has changed.
Mhm.
Okay, Colin, when you stop making money after point of sale or
Mhm.
after 2 or 3 months, that means now you're looking for, as Steve Ballmer said, where are your reserves for return?
Yep.
Yeah.
That means you need to keep making money.
That was
Okay,
one of my favorite lines on that. On that.
Is it not?
Yeah.
Dude, that is beautiful business right there.
Mhm.
You have to continue. If you look at a dollar bill, George Washington's eyes aren't closed. Money never sleep.
Nope.
How you gonna continue to make money? And no, Colin, that's why Sony can't afford to buy anything because they stopped making money too early, bro. But he don't get it. I'm glad he doesn't get it. I
Yeah.
hope he continues on his warpath so he can filter out all of the dummies in the community.
I wonder what did he major in college, because he clearly didn't major in any type of finance or business or anything
No
like that.
way.
Doesn't sound like it.
No way.
He's another one who has no clue what he's talking about.
Mm-mm. He said some more wild ass things. It'll come to me.
You're right. You're right, Zink, man. Him saying a game, this that whatever happened to a game being just done after after you complete the game. Well, a lot of people today, with the way money is today, if they invest in a game, they're going to want more out of the game for their money that they paid for that game, like multiplayer, like
It-
stuff like co-op, different
yeah.
things like that. They're
Mhm.
going to want more for that $70, or if it's
Ex-
still $60, right? On limit, they're going to want more
exactly. Listen,
for their money.
Hi-Fi Rush could get away with that because Hi-Fi Rush is like a $30 game.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't on Game Pass, it's a $30 game. So that it could get away with that. But people are not investing $70 these days to play a game for 2 weeks and then let it sit on the shelves forever.
Right.
If if on the slim chance they do that, you know what they do? They'll take, if they own it physically, they'll take it to GameStop 2 weeks later and sell it, or digitally it just sits in their collection.
Yeah.
hmm
And then what?
hmm And let's get to Rain G4's favorite guy, Kid Smooth. He was mad about the marketing.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And marketing changes. Things change. You find new ways to make money for your
Yes.
products. Okay. Microsoft found out that people like controllers. Okay. So he complained about Starfield, but he praised Sony for their Spider-Man controller and their Spider-Man console.
Yeah.
What is Microsoft doing? I haven't heard anything about Starfield. Well, first of all, they were at E3.
Mhm.
Second of all, they gave us a 45 or 48-minute deep dive on Starfield.
Yes, they did.
Then they dropped a controller.
Mhm.
They dropped a headset.
Mhm.
They dropped a watch. Then just recently they had anime cartoons for Starfield.
Mhm.
And then we found that other people have taken pictures of Starfield being advertised at the movies and on the side of buses. So Kid
And
Smooth,
well, you're forgetting one.
uh-oh.
They're going to be in Cologne, Germany, showing a theater presentation in Cologne, Germany, from August 24th to 27th
Mm-hmm.
at Gamescom.
Mm-hmm.
And see, since
Nice.
interrupted, since Unlimited jumped in with that, and while they're at Gamescom, Sony won't be there.
Mhm.
Nope.
Kid Smooth, they're not even going to be there. So Spider-Man isn't going to be there.
Yeah,
So
I'm waiting for him to say, man, isn't it brilliant how Sony is marketing Spider-Man? They're not going to be at Gamescom because they know it won't reach Americans or something stupid like that. I guarantee that's what somebody's going to say, because they always say some nonsense to prop up Sony.
or Unlimited, how about this one? You remember when Sony stopped going to E3 and they said, well, Sony doesn't need E3. Oh, yeah? Really?
the same ones that always predict the showcase say they don't need E3.
Yeah, they don't need E3. Yeah, okay.
Hey, Zink and Unlimited, if I was a Sony dude, okay, I would kind of be worried if they weren't going to Gamescom. But nobody talks about that. If I was a true Sony dude, I'd be worried. I'd be like, hey, what is going on? Microsoft has gone to all these events supporting all these places that they're going, events and everything, I'd be a little worried right now because I would want to know, hey, why ain't y'all going to Gamescom too?
Mhm.
I want to see what's coming out for what I've made my purchase for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the way the PlayStation fans think, they'll be upset because they'll interrupt their time watching Xbox.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do before they focus on Sony, is watch Xbox. So
Hey, and go ahead, Unlimited.
oh no, go ahead, Zink.
The realists have an interesting comment here just recently, 11:44 a.m. He said that dude, of course, meaning Kid Smooth, already said he doesn't like Bethesda. Let's take that part of his comment right there.
Mm-hmm.
But yet he's interested in marketing. Okay, you see what I mean?
Right,
Dude, it's the entire scope you have to look at. Yeah, I do not like what's that game, Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
But it's not that I don't, even though I said, man, they could keep that shit. I'm glad they brought Final Fantasy 14 over because it stops pony bots from saying what Xbox doesn't have.
Yep.
I'll never play that game, but it's good for the portfolio. And if I say Xbox don't want that shit, that's to piss off somebody in that comment section. But if it came, hey, great for the overall portfolio of like a Warren Buffett type deal, okay, where you have many stocks in your portfolio here. And then he says that they don't understand how they handle their releases. Microsoft doesn't handle Bethesda's marketing. This is the same way they worked in the past. That part is not entirely true. Yeah, Bethesda, they could have their own marketing ideas, but Microsoft just doesn't let you do your own thing.
Yeah.
It's not. Go ahead.
Was it not confirmed that even Todd Howard reports to Phil?
100%. And just like the one guy in court, Pete Hines, I'd fire this bitch, by the way. He said Phil Spencer just didn't tell us what we were going to do. Shut your ass up. You're an employee now, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get rid of your ass if you say one more thing. Just one more thing, Pete. You know, I think that's his name that worked with, but the top marketing guy. Yeah, but they could have their say, and they like them to do their own thing. But no, you're going to work in conjunction with, like Todd was going to release Starfield too early. Phil's like, hey, bro, take your time. But Phil, it's going to cost us a lot of money. That's all right. We got it. He's like, hey, I want you to go to my house, just above the refrigerator is some money up there. You could have that, okay? Or it's a blank check. You could have that. Oh, let's get to blank check. Somebody said the Xbox division, Phil Spencer doesn't have a blank check. Okay. And the CFO said this in court. Okay, listen, guys, you're not going to get Microsoft's business strategy from a court hearing. It'll never happen. Let's analyze this blank check that Phil Spencer reportedly doesn't have. Okay, Phil Spencer, the Xbox division was going to go away, people said, right? I always said bullshit. Okay, now, so since 2013, they bought Havoc, a physics engine. They bought a piece of the DVD industry. So they were right with Sony as one of the, I think, 20 plus companies that own the piece of the DVD. So they weren't losing any more money there. They wound up buying that Rumble feature after paying Nintendo. So they bought that company. They then said Epic was dying, so they stole the Gears franchise for $340 million. It's $1 billion franchise. Then they weren't done. Let's keep analyzing this freaking blank check. Then they purchased Minecraft for $2.4 billion. Okay, people didn't know it, but they were putting Azure servers on 7 continents. That's a blank check. Then they replaced those server racks with the Xbox Series X insides, blank check. Then they have the Xbox Series the Xbox One X that came out that made Forza Motorsport 7 run better than Gran Turismo 7 in 2017.
Yep.
Gran Turismo 7 came out in 2022 and is not better than a game that they made in 2017. Let's keep with that blank check. Then they messed around and bought ZeniMax for $7 billion, but they don't have a blank check. Let's keep going. They made the Xbox Series S and X, selling it at a loss, but they don't have a blank check. Then they said, you know what? Phil said, you know what? This ain't enough. Let me show these motherfuckers that I have a blank check. Hey, Satya, I'm not going to ask you, but I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I want to buy Activision for $68.7 billion. But they don't have a blank check, right? They don't have a blank check, huh? And hey, here's how I'm going to corroborate this story here. Not only are we going to buy this for $68.7 billion, I want all of us to posse up, ride in the same Cadillac Escalade, 3,000 miles. Oh, no, not 3,000, because they already own the West Coast. They came from Washington. They circled around Mount St. Helens just for sights and drove all the way down to San Francisco and like 5 Cadillac Escalades as a team, from the janitor to the CEO of the damn company, and said, yeah, we're behind Philip Spencer. Judge, we're going to buy Activision for $68.7 billion. Who can spell fucking blank check now?
Right.
Get your ass out of here.
Right.
That's what a blank check look like, people. Hey, you want to see a check that's not blank, unlimited, with your accountant ass? Hey, what can Sony buy with their blank check as a market leader? Unlimited.
Yeah.
Yeah. What can they buy? They can't buy nothing. In fact, Colin said this, Jim. Colin said Sony could really afford anything. What bank is going to deny Sony a loan? Why do they need a loan? They're the market leader.
Yeah.
Why do they need a loan?
They shouldn't need a loan.
And no bank is going to give Sony anything they want either. Colin.
Hey, y'all can hear me, right?
Now we can. Yeah, now we can.
He said that for real?
Dude, I kid you not, Unlimited. It's Sunday, and you know our chat will catch you on the line in a minute.
Yo, wow, he had me speechless for once. I mean, I always have a retort to his dumb shit because it's easy to disprove, but that's a stunner right there. But what he said does confirm what I've been saying for years, Zink, and is that for some reason these Sony fans have more faith in Sony than Sony does themselves. Because, I mean, my goodness, the level of faith you have to have to Sony. Like, Sony literally says that they can't make a competitor to Call of Duty. If they lose Call of Duty, it'll hurt them. What else did they say? Oh, that's right. People, their exclusives aren't profitable. They use Call of Duty to fund their exclusives. People aren't buying PlayStation games like that in large numbers, right? And yet somehow, some way, Colin Moriarty he ignores all that and says, well, who would ignore Sony alone? Right? And that's the conclusion he comes to all this. Why? Because, I don't know, I guess since Sony said that they shipped 40 million consoles, he think that means that the console war is over. The console war ended in 2020 when Phil Spencer put out a tweet saying that they bought Bethesda.
Yep.
That's when it ended. Forget Activision. That was just icing on the cake.
It was.
That was just a power move to show you that Phil Spencer showed the likes of Colin Moriarty, Rand, Jez, and Jim Ryan that he's only letting Sony exist in the gaming world. That's all he's doing.
And they stopped plummeted when Phil just tweeted some shit.
Lost $20 billion, I think, that they never recovered from. They never got back.
Oh, it's one of those. Oh, somebody. Oh, I gotta get who said. No, it wasn't Colin. It wasn't Colin. It was this. It was this other guy. But these jokers actually think that when Activision is purchased by Microsoft, their stock price, it won't improve the company. And I actually stopped what I was doing and I looked at the screen, and the other guy that said that's the dumbest thing I've heard. They already made their money back from the Activision purchase because this company grew that much in the
Yeah.
market. My
Hell,
goodness, dude.
I believe Activision stock skyrocketed too.
Yep, everything went up. Everything went up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so these guys. I mean, I wish I had that faith in God the way they have in Sony, because I swear, man, that is
Wow.
that's a joke, by the way, people.
Of
So please
course.
don't take that literal.
Especially on Sunday.
Yeah. So please don't take that literal, because it is just unreal to me how Colin Moriarty could just see, like, all you get is Spider-Man. They literally resold you The Last of Us last year for the third time, and y'all just eat it up. Y'all don't ever just and yet y'all, and then they had the gall to question Xbox, who's giving us all the new and creative stuff. It blows my mind. It really does. Listen, we haven't had a Forza Motorsport in 6 years, so of course we're going to be fine with a new one in 2023.
Yeah.
But by the way, the last one that's 6 years old, y'all were comparing the PS5 Gran Turismo version of that game.
Mm-hmm.
So you already know that Forza Motorsport, which Turn 10's been saying for 3 years now, is a generational leap for them, is going to demolish Gran Turismo.
Oh, most definitely, Unlimited. It will.
Yeah, easily.
Forza 7 does.
Yeah, so easy. So after this wonderful, great year we've had of Xbox, and it's going to continue, because next year we know we're getting a Valve, we know we're getting Clockwork Revolution, and we know we're getting Hellblade for sure. I mean, and by the way, since Xbox released the concept of stealth drops with Hi-Fi Rush, hey, they might do a show next year and just stealth drop something else we don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
So the point is, Xbox is firing on so many cylinders right now that Sony's just not going to catch up, man. Sony's not going to catch up. Listen, Sony, you guys keep talking about your dominance, but I'm not seeing the results.
I'm not either.
Because listen,
I'm not
when third place Xbox gets Bethesda and Activision, what does first place Sony should be getting EA and Ubisoft by that logic?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And I say the same thing. I don't see what you're talking about. I just don't. And then when they release their games, Final Fantasy 16 is their biggest release, and it's catching your PS5s on fire on screen, dude.
Yeah.
So that's a problem. No one said anything.
Yeah.
No one said anything. It's just truly amazing.
Yeah.
How they
watch how they're gonna hyper focus on a random glitch that, like, nobody gets in Starfield, but they're gonna pretend it happens to every single they're gonna pretend it happens to every single person. I guarantee that's gonna happen.
Oh, that's what happened.
I cannot wait to see that. And then they're gonna expose themselves even more, Sega Man and Zink, because they're going to be playing it, and then you're going to be saying, "Hey, man, how you playing Starfield? I thought you didn't own an Xbox. I'm playing it on PC. How you playing on PC through Game Pass? Oh, so you're still giving Microsoft money. So they're going to expose themselves anyway next month, no matter what happens. Guarantee it.
Mm-hmm. No matter what. And I just finally watched a video that I wanted to see for something about a long time, like the various factions in Starfield.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this stuff. I'm like, dude, here we go again. Everyone is going to have something different to say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody is playing this game the same way. I mean, no way. You just can't.
Nope.
So, it's like, and Unlimited is going to trip on me, like one of the Halo guys. He beat Halo without ever getting into any vehicle. He just used a grapple hook all through the game and never used any vehicle to traverse through the game. It ain't no way in hell I'm doing no stuff that.
I can't get on you from that. You brought up Halo like the first minute of the show, Zink. I can't get on you an hour 24 minutes later, man. I can't.
Yeah, but Starfield, man, I could just, like, Dr. Vaca made this damn pony bus. Mm-hmm. In Forza.
Oh, that's right, he did. It was hilarious.
Is that not the funniest shit you've ever seen? That was absolutely ridiculous. So I could just imagine him making a Starfield ship the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody's going to do something different, dude. I mean, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see a week afterwards. After I go into it, I hope I could get my whole schedule cleared, dude, and just life this game like a Gears game.
Yeah, I already put in my vacation time for when Starfield comes out.
That's the thing, brothers. You're gonna have to put some time into that game. That's gonna, that's a time, because you got to put some time into that game. A lot of their Bethesda games are like Fallout 4 and all that. Like all those games they bring out, that's a good time. You got to put some time, and you have to have time to play that, bro. You have to.
And that's a good point. Go ahead.
And I'll say this, to be fair, I'm talking to two gearheads who got like 5,000 hours in the Gears 5. So I think y'all be okay playing Starfield for a little while. I think y'all be all right.
This is true. Also, one of us I'm an extreme Mass Effect guy also. Yeah. And that's what I'm not a Bethesda guy. I haven't played their games. I tried them a little bit when Microsoft dumped all of their games in the Game Pass.
Did you like Wolfenstein?
Oh, Wolfenstein, yeah, that was great. That was a different story.
For me, it's Dishonored, man. Oh,
Dishonored,
yeah. So, but this game, it seems like a Mass Effect to me, and like you could spend a lot of time in Mass Effect, but and the exploration of this game, hey, dude, I'm there.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought up Mass Effect, because I'll never forget it, man. My 22nd birthday. That was the year Mass Effect 3 came out. I took off 2 weeks of work and just played all three back to back to back, man. I love that series. And then what's funny is that just this morning I was reading an article that was talking about how Starfield's kind of putting the heat on Mass Effect 4, because I think BioWare is working on Mass Effect 4.
So there is going to be another one.
Yeah. There's going to be a Mass Effect 4 that they're working on. So we'll see. So we'll see, Zink, how this turns out. We might end up with two masterpiece space RPGs. This generation.
And just like you said, I've beat Mass Effect 1 6.5 times, Mass Effect 2 7.5. I beat Mass Effect 3 1.5 times, and I didn't really care for Andromeda because they changed the whole story. First of all,
I beat that once, Zink, Andromeda, and that's when it had problems. Remember when it had problems? I beat it. I beat it back then. I didn't get too many problems. Like the eyes were moving a little around in their head a little bit.
I remember that. And the thing is, I am going to play it. I'm going to wind up beating that. The gameplay was the best out of all three Mass Effects.
That's why I love it.
Yeah, but I will beat that game before the new one comes out. Just so I could, and because Unlimited liked it, and one of my other boys liked that game.
I'm a Mass Effect Andromeda defender. Remember back with the 20th anniversary stuff, they had the Xbox Museum. And it showed you a lot of your stats. So it turned out Mass Effect Andromeda was the 5th most played game on my Xbox in general. So that kind of puts into perspective how much I love that one.
Gears was my most played game.
Oh yeah, that's no surprise.
Yeah, but Halo is my favorite. But Gears and Mass Effect and Gears flip flop for a second.
Yeah.
Well, guys, before we go, we're gonna give our closing thoughts and everything. But there's a rumor out, guys, and I seen a little picture, and I don't know how true it is, but there's a rumor out, brothers, that Nintendo's making a new Switch, man.
Yeah, and Watch is going to be less powerful than the Xbox Series S, and no developer is going to have issue development for it. I'm calling it right now. That's going to be the case.
Yeah, they're making a new Switch. What do you think about that, Zink?
Man, what I think about that, nothing really, because Nintendo, of course, if it weren't for my mother and father's quarters that we put into Donkey Kong way back in the day, Nintendo wouldn't exist. I totally funded the Nintendo operation, but they just haven't grown with me since Contra 3 Alien Wars on the Super Nintendo. And the last other great Mario game was Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah.
And with the GameCube was Resident Evil 4.
Oh yeah.
And I haven't played since.
It's going to be it's going to be expensive too. That's going to be expensive.
I don't think it'll be expensive, Sega man. I think it'll be around $300 because their target market is 12 and under.
Well, hold on, Zink. The OLED Switch is $350. That's more expensive than the Series S right now.
Yeah.
It'll stay at 350 or under. Then good
You
point.
think so?
Yeah, 100%. It have to, because it's only so much a parent is going to pay for a
Mhm.
12-year-old or 4-year-old's game. I had
Mhm.
my little sister say, "Hey, buy your daughter a Nintendo Switch." She said, "But you have an Xbox." But my kids and I, we play together, so
Mhm.
that's different. Your
Right.
kid is playing by herself, so let her play with that Switch.
Mhm.
So she bought a Switch for her. But that's their target market is 12 and
Right.
under. People don't like to hear that, but they're going to get that new kid every 3 or 4 years. But
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
that price cannot, if that price is up around $400, then that thing better be better than that Series S, or
Yeah.
it's going to be a problem, because parents are not just going to give you money.
Yeah.
They ain't going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the initial rumor was that it was on par with the freaking PS4 and Xbox One. So we'll
Really?
see.
Really?
Yeah, that was the initial rumor. Now I'm pretty sure Nintendo isn't that damn stupid. I might be one of 6 people that don't have a problem shitting on Nintendo, as everybody else.
Oh, I don't either.
Everybody else knows the excuse, but the kids, man, fuck those kids. I'm telling you that I'm telling you that Nintendo sucks.
See, see, Sega man, that's how accountants think. They was like, "Hey man, fuck everybody." That's why Sega. That's why Unlimited is down there in Texas raising our gas prices up here in the Great Midwest. It's him that's doing this shit.
Yeah.
But they want that to stay around the same deal there. And
Mhm.
they'll but if it's going to be as powerful as the PS4 and the Xbox One, that's doable. That's almost 15-year-old technology. But that's what
Yeah,
they
that's right.
like
They're
to.
catching up. They're
Yeah,
catching
they,
up.
they like to do that.
Yeah, man, they finally progressed past 2006. Next, you're going to tell me they'll be able to play online.
Yeah.
Next, you're going to tell me they're going to have an actual chat functionality, not do it through your cell phone.
Correct. And
Maybe this one's going to come with a fucking Amber Alert too.
oh shit, see? But see, that's how Nintendo stays profitable with their consoles. They give you last gen's technology, and they're going to make a profit from their console
Yeah,
from day one,
yeah,
because it's not going to be RDNA 2, nothing.
no.
It's going to be 2013 tech,
Yeah, I
2014
mean,
tech.
they said that new Zelda sold 18 million copies, so that's gonna be their
I
saving
believe it.
grace. It's
Yeah.
the Zelda, Pokemon, Mario,
Mhm.
but I don't know. It's just that I can't see a kid growing up on Nintendo who likes Assassin's Creed. You don't get Mirage. Maybe you like GTA, you don't get GTA 6. Maybe you like Red Dead Redemption, you don't get Red Dead Redemption 3. Hell, they should be thanking Microsoft because they're finally getting Call of Duty after over a decade of not having
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
Yes.
So Nintendo just misses so much outside of their big core games that it just blows my mind that they leave so much money on the table. Maybe you're right, Zeke. Maybe it is the accountant in me that just can't forgive Nintendo for blatantly leaving. Hey, one of the best-selling games ever is GTA. Is it on our console? No. So we're not making money from shark cards? What the fuck are we doing? That's how I see it, at least.
Correct.
Maybe they're okay with, hey, we don't need we don't got GTA money. And they should be thinking Xbox, like I said, because they're finally getting some Call of Duty microtransaction money soon.
Correct. And that's for another day when we talk about that, because we could go on with that all day, because they will make residuals, and just by Nintendo alone, they'll be able to eliminate whatever it was they were going to make from a Sony platform, because those kids are going to want to play Call of Duty, and the parents just gonna buy it just because.
Yeah.
They're gonna do it.
Yeah, they will. Well, hey
Yeah.
guys, I know it's we got stuff to do today, man. It's around lunchtime, so closing.
This was a great show for it to be in the morning, Sega.
All right, man. Thanks, man. Thank you a
Yeah.
lot, Brother Unlimited and others Inc. for joining me, man. But hey, guys, I want to get your closing thoughts on in your opinions. What are you guys looking forward to, man? What are you guys looking forward to, and talk a little bit about Gamescom. What are you guys looking forward to, and for Gamescom, man?
For me, it pretty much number 1 Starfield, number 2 Forza, and Stalker 3 is going to have a playable demo, so I can't wait to hear about that.
Yeah.
So those are the big 3 for me. Those are going to be the three. Jusant is going to be there as well. That looks interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, games. By the way, Xbox and Sega, man, they said there's going to be like 30 games in their largest booth
That's
ever.
what I was gonna say.
So,
Yes.
Wow.
so I'm expecting us to get some great news, some great gameplay, some great trailers, some release dates. This might be this might be hell. What's that? This might be like their third extended showcase, basically, from back in June.
Yeah.
So I think we're in for a treat later this month, just in time for Starfield the actual release on September 1st. Yeah, Sega man. To keep it short and sweet, Jasant, Stalker, Forza, Starfield, those 4 games alone, it's already a home run for me. Somehow they have a 10-10 show, and it's just August.
Yeah, nice.
Well, so
What about you,
I'll
Zach?
since Unlimited went hardcore on Nintendo, then he just softened up a little bit. I'll turn into Tuckmaster and end the show on a hard note. The best thing I like about Gamescom is that Sony won't be there. Now, outside of that, I'm glad that Stalker game is going to be there because they actually lost a couple developers that fought in the war.
Yeah.
So I'm just happy from that point that they moved out of the country and they can continue to be able to develop the game. I'm happy for them. Then they're going to show something about Starfield and show something about Forza, and they just going to have a show in there, and they'll have about 30 games there, and it's going to be the biggest show they've ever had at Gamescom. So yeah, I'm looking forward to all of that.
That's good, man. That's good. I tell you what, Unlimited, I'm really looking forward to.
And real quick, shout out to Elite Gaming Guru for jumping in here.
Yeah, what's up, Elite?
That's a hilarious ass dude. I listen to their show a lot of times.
That's our London, England brother, man.
Yeah, man. Tell Ashtray, Red Dead, and all them I said what's up.
Tell everybody what's up, Gaming Guru, man. Yeah. What's going on? He's been doing good. His channel's doing great. I'm glad to see Gaming Guru.
Yo, he makes some hilarious videos too.
He does,
oh,
man.
Goodness,
I like when Elite. You know what? He put what's his name on blast a lot. What's his name? King Trash.
Yeah, he did.
Put him on blast a lot, man. Guru,
he be getting on his ass, man.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
No
Guru
doubt.
be getting hard on his ass, boy. I like Guru's channel. He's doing great, man, out there in the United Kingdom, out there in London, England. Shouts out to our London, England Xbox brothers, man. We rock out with you nationwide, Brazil brothers. Everywhere that rock out with the Xbox, man. We really appreciate all y'all, and thank y'all for coming. Go ahead.
Don't forget Red Dead Panda's in New Zealand.
Yeah, she's in New Zealand.
That's right.
Yeah.
I thought she was in Australia. Is she in Australia?
No,
New
I
Zealand.
think Ashtray is in Australia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ashtray's in there.
So they got that whole Eastern Hemisphere on lock over there.
Yeah, big shouts out to you guys. Cheers, guys. Cheers. And I hope you're enjoying everything Xbox is bringing you, man. Thank you, Guru. I really appreciate it, brother. And we always
Hey, man, a shout out to Red Dead Panda because she's out there with that crazy ass volcano that's at White Island in New Zealand. I watched that thing. Now it didn't blow up the place like Mount St. Helens did over here. But I watched a couple videos on that. Nature gets me. I could watch nature like that all day. But anyway, go ahead, guys.
Yeah, and then what did he say? Red is in what? New Zealand.
Red Dead Panda's in New Zealand.
And Ashtray's in
Australia.
Yeah, Australia.
Okay. Well, guys, I tell you one thing I'm looking forward to. What's up, Mr. Kima, my brother? I'm looking forward to Unlimited. Are we going to be able to play a demo of Stalker too?
Yes. I don't know. We will, but there's going to be one at Gamescom.
Okay. I was wondering, will we be able to
that'd be dope.
Here?
Oh, that'd be dope, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be dope, man. But we have so many things coming.
Yeah.
And that Stalker demo, what would it come out like a week before Starfield?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That might be. Yeah. That might kind of kill it a bit.
Hey, Zink, man, and Unlimited. I'm gonna give a prediction. Now I know it ain't gonna happen, but what if I already like the Series X the way it is, but what if at Gamescom, you know how Phil and them always like to blast something new, like they did the new Series S with that 1 terabyte. What if they came out, brothers? Now, I'm putting on my tinfoil Xbox Koofy, man. What if they came out with a slimmer Xbox Series X, man, and announced it at Gamescom?
Oh, that'd be cool, but yeah, I don't
I
know.
like the way the Series X is now, but what if they did something like that? You know how they always, sometimes when they do these shows, they always just come out of nowhere. Like the Series S 1 terabyte came out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, it's inevitable that one day they will come out with a slim version, even though it doesn't need to be slimmer, because because products eventually become cheaper to produce and smaller, so you'll be able to compact it a little. The only thing, though, that would make somebody like Unlimited get another console is a special edition console.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the only thing that'll make me get a new console is a Forza console.
Are they coming out with a Forza console?
I don't know.
I think that there's like a 99% chance we're getting a controller, though.
Oh, well, that's day one there. Then I have 2 controllers sitting on my end table upstairs as I go to sleep. I walk by and look at them and never use them, maybe.
That thing's going to join my controller museum.
Or a bigger game, too, that's going to be coming. What about a Hellblade 2 console?
Oh, I could see that being for next year.
Yeah. I could see like that being, that would be cool. A Forza console would be cool.
That would be ideal. It's $1 billion franchise. So is well, I don't know if Starfield is, but it's going to be massive.
Yep.
And millions, tens of millions sold. So I could see them making a console, but I wouldn't get the console. But a Forza console, I'm mad that I missed out on that other Forza console that was looked like the Ford GT Striker. Yeah, I'm disappointed I missed that and the control.
Yo, Zink, man, I don't know if you probably can do it. I don't know if I could, but our game is Gears. So if they came out with a new Gears console with the new game, man, oh man, I'd probably get the controller, but I don't know if I'd be able to get that console, bro. That's gonna be. I'd like to see a new Gears Series X console, bro. I would like to see that, man.
100%, but I wouldn't. I couldn't. I'd probably get something like that for my son, But I'm not Unlimited Production, but I would definitely get it just to have it in the family. My son could have it. I'd get it for him. But if I got that Forza console would be for me, and I'd probably give my Xbox to my my sister's daughter.
Yeah. Well, Unlimited, you got. Do you have all the Ninja Turtles?
No, he can't. Unlimited's garbage ass can't get them because it's like a sweepstakes.
Yeah, it's a giveaway.
You have to enter. Yeah.
Oh, that's a giveaway. All right.
Hey, as soon as I saw that, I said, "Damn, Unlimited won't be able to put a show up." Because when Unlimited had those shows, I just get a little something to eat. However long the show is, I watch the show, and he'd unbox it, all these controllers, and this is my favorite one right here.
Man, I know Tuck got some controllers, but Unlimited passes him up.
Unlimited is a problem with them controllers.
Tuck got a lot of the elite controllers. I got all the custom ones. So whenever they be putting out them special editions, I'll tell myself, nah, don't buy it, and then I'll just see it and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna get it. Screw it. But the ones that are based off video games like the Redfall and Starfield and the Forza Horizon, I buy them day one because I already learned a lesson with the Forza 6. If I don't buy them day one, they're gonna sell out too fast, and then on the resale market they're just too expensive. I'm not paying $250 for a fucking controller. That's just ridiculous.
That's steep.
You're saying that right too, because I wanted that Halo Elite controller. Couldn't get it, but that bullshit ass Ram got it. Ramo got one. And I tried to get it and it was over, dude. Could not get nothing.
Man. All right, guys. I know y'all. My brother's got other stuff they got to attend to today. You know what I mean? They still got the rest of the day, man. But I want to thank everybody that came and joined us on the Outlaws of Xbox podcast with my brother Unlimited Productions and my brother Outer Zinc. Came and joined us today. Haven't said it in a long time.
You got him out him. Call me Ultimate.
Why is he? And then one time he said, "Hey, Ultima, hey man, hey." He does. He says Ultima too. I'm thinking, Tuck, he's not a fucking gas man you put in the car, nigga. Ultima. You know what the hell? Yeah, Tuck is crazy, man. He just be saying anything, bro. But Ultima, man, hold on, man. Let me just say this. You know, he's crazy. I love him to death. I love Tuck to death. He's
no kidding, man.
Hey, man, I can't talk shit because I was calling Dea a dude before she corrected me.
Oh my goodness gracious, that was the best, dude. And Dea's like, "Hey, I'm a girl." Man, I laughed for weeks off and on about that one. That was the best. Yeah, man, but that's cool, man. Good show, man, and I like that show that you guys did the other day, man.
That was fun.
Oh yeah, and that was great. I told Sega, man, I was doing this little project for this customer of mine that's really good, and I heard Tuck's dog in the background. I had to stop what I was doing and get myself together before I got back to work.
Yeah, Tuck, he's crazy, man. We're gonna see what's going on with our brother E-Rock, man. We're gonna try to get him on a show again. I know he said he was going in retirement, but he gotta come back at least once.
E-Rock is at the Pitcairn Island.
Yo, and on Instagram, he puts up a post about his channel now deleted, and everybody in the comments like, "You need to come back, E-Rock." He ain't respond to none of them.
He did.
Yeah, E-Rock, man.
Yeah,
it's in the Pitcairn Islands. That's where he is. So,
you know what it is? His girlfriend's Carmen Sandiego. That's what.
Unlimited is wrong for that shit right there.
All right, y'all. Hey, man. Hey, shout out to our chat. Our chat is always on fire. You give us
they the shit,
man. They are
all the time. Big shout out to our chat, man. It's much respected over on the Unlimited Truth on the Outlaws of Xbox podcast. And when our brother does it, the We Got Next podcast, man, and even our brother Tuck, man, with the lines, then we really appreciate all y'all. Shouts out to New Legal and all them guys. You know what I mean? Shouts out to them in their podcast and 100.
Definitely.
And all the guys, Techno Blast, big shouts out to all y'all dudes, man.
Sega Forever too.
Sega Forever, man, with the Marathon podcast.
I got to get on that show, man, because I want the Sunrise show.
You got to put your application in from now, Zink.
That's right. I'll do that.
You got to get on, Zink, and see if you can hang, man, because those dudes be gone.
The realist can hang, man.
If Dea could hang, you could hang, Zink.
Yeah, but the realist is number one. I think he worked 3 shifts one time. He almost made the full 24 hours.
The realist and Sega Forever, man, long time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I was on with them one night, right? Unlimited. I got up for work and them niggas was still on. I jumped on. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? I'm getting ready to go to work. What's going on? Everything was still on. Man.
That shit's so funny.
The last show Sega Forever did. I told him to cut it off at 5 hours.
Yes, that was the best. Unlimited, that was the greatest, dude. Hey, man, seriously, I laughed off and on for the next 2 hours about the way you wanted to end that damn show. That shit was funny as hell.
And then a realist
I'll
down
never
there
forget
says,
that.
He says, "LOL. I work nights."
Oh shit! That's why his up be up. That's why his ass be up.
Yeah,
all
man.
night.
Man, that shit was great.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get going, guys. So let me do my brothers give their outros, man. First up, Brother Unlimited, man. Tell everybody where they can find you.
That's right, man. It's your boy Unlimited Production. You can find me whenever the truth is needed on my own show, The Unlimited Truth.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's always great hanging out with the Xbox Alpha crew.
Hey, and Limited, you got a giveaway coming up, right?
Oh, that's right. On my channel, go on my channel into the community tab to enter, and pretty much it's 3 months of Xbox Game Pass. The winner will be chosen on September 1st in time for Starfield release.
Nice, man. And hey, guys, participate, man. 3 months of Ultimate Game Pass. You can't beat that, man.
Yeah, it's going to be in time for both Forza and Starfield while you have it, so it's gonna be really good for y'all. And then, by the way, y'all could just get the Game Pass version, then pay for the upgrades. The $30 upgrades for both games. Yep.
And it's just a great. And there's a lot of good games, guys, coming out in August, man. I know it's August now, but I mean, there's going to be stuff coming. You know what I mean? So it's a good time to get on board, man, for the contest, man, for my brother Unlimited. The Unlimited Truth, man. So make sure y'all show up and do that, man. So other Zink, man.
Hey man, you can find me on this show, on Unlimited show, in the chat of other shows and hanging out with those guys from 100 show. And you know, in the legals chat, you know, people that's like that, and even Elite Gaming Guru, I clown on that chat a lot of times.
Yeah,
too.
shouts out to Gaming Guru, man. Thanks for coming, brother. I really appreciate your support. I really do, man. I really appreciate your support. We always support you back. You know that. And yeah, and give a shout out to my brother E-Rock. He bought the most powerful gamer, Dea 4568, Our Lady of Chat, First Lady of Chat, Dea 4568. Shout out to
don't forget, she's also the Queen of Green.
Yeah, the Queen of Green.
Oh,
Big shouts out to our brother Tuckmaster. And big shouts out to T Reaper, man. Hope you're doing well, T. Don't worry, we're always thinking about you, brother. You know, if you want to come on, man, we'll try to get you on next weekend, bro. If you're feeling up to it, I will message you and talk to you. If you hear me, T, we'll get you on, man. If you want to come on and chop up game with us, man. Big shouts out to you, man, and he bought and all y'all, man. We're gonna get on out of here, man. Peace and love, guys. Xbox for life, brothers. We don't die. Multiply. Remember, guys, dude, we're eating good over here. Peace.
Peace.